Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Lines from one of my favorite songs. We're going to talk about it on today's podcast.
Hi, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a ballroom dance professional, a life coach, and a peak performance expert. I'm part of a group of motivated people who are dedicated to attaining emotional mastery and unlocking our full potential. We've realized life is a dance. The ups and downs can spin you out of your mind, but it's time to take back control. It's time to become a lifer. We don't believe others are responsible for how we feel. In fact, we don't believe anyone can make us feel anything. We are a new breed of overachievers. Emotional mastery is our journey, and unlocking our full potential is the key. Welcome to the journey. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life.
What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast, and I'm so glad you joined me today. And in case you haven't heard, in the last couple podcasts, we are now broadcasting on YouTube, the whole podcast. So if you do listen on YouTube or on iTunes or Spotify, maybe Stitcher, Google, wherever you listen to your podcast, don't forget you can go over to YouTube and see me being able to talk to you face to face. What's up? Okay, I can't see your face, but you can see mine. And so you get kind of the energy of it. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel and find it at Magic for Life. And that you should be able to type that into YouTube and find our channel and subscribe. So make sure you do that. But you heard on the intro that one of my favorite songs is from Journey, and it's a popular song. We all know the song, Don't Stop Believing, and the lines are simple. Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling, right? And the idea is that there's tenacity in it. We love this song. People love this song because they can connect to it, and the idea is that there is belief behind it. Don't stop believing. And the idea of being able to do that brings with it tenacity. And I love this word tenacity. And when I meet people that have tenacity, those people, I'm usually drawn to people like that. One of my people that I look up to that has huge amounts of tenacity, this idea of persistence and just holding on to an idea or a thing and being able to keep moving forward. And one of the people I look up to in that regard is my sweet little Jaina. She's 8 years old, and oh my gosh, she has serious tenacity. This young lady, oh my goodness, she's going to take the world by storm because she has so much persistence. She gets an idea in her head and she just goes after it, full swing, full blast ahead, and she goes after it. Now, sometimes maybe not in a great way, sometimes maybe on some things that she shouldn't, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. And it doesn't really matter what the tenacity is for, because it can be shaped and it can be molded and it can be designed and utilized as a tool that we have in our world. And so my question to you is, when you look back at your past, what moments did you or do you remember that you have had some serious tenacity, some serious persistence? You got an idea in your head about a thing or about just even a concept, and you just work towards it and put your effort towards it, and you just kept going towards that thing where you had serious tenacity. I want you to think about it. It's a feeling. There's no doubt you can feel that tenacity. And I know, remember, when we talk about emotions and we talk about states, I know there's a lot of clinical ways to talk about it and discuss it. But honestly, I don't want to get into that techno babble. I want to talk about that feeling of being tenacious, where you were persistent and you kept going no matter what. And you just said, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to go until. Now that's serious tenacity. And you know what? We're born with it. So I don't want to hear that you don't have tenacity. It's just some people exhibit it more than other people. And so what I want you to think about is go back to early days. If you have children, remember that. If you have siblings, remember when they were younger. And think about when a baby starts to walk and they are building this idea, this concept of tenacity. And it's awesome. And there's a lot of things we're doing when we're a child and we're learning how to walk and we're learning how to exist in this world. And tenacity is one of them, right? If they're starting to learn to walk, they try to start to balance, they take a step and they fall down. And there's pain associated with it. Because if there wasn't, they might just stay down and keep crawling. And for some babies, as you may well have noticed if you've had multiple kids or experienced other children, sometimes they walk later than others because they fall down, it didn't hurt enough. There wasn't enough pain associated with it. So, and people would pick them up, carry them, and move them to the next spot. So, yeah, I'm not going to do it. There's nothing in it for me. But the kids that learn how to walk right away, in fact, I noticed, and I don't know if this is a trend, it's not really my forte, but I noticed that my third and fourth children started walking a lot faster than my first and my second. And my fourth child, she started walking really fast. And that was because, did you see the other kids running around? Survival of the fittest, right? She had to keep up and get in and do it. So she decided and figured out how to walk faster. There was motivation, and it wasn't through language, and it wasn't because I was, offering or something or some sort of transition. She was going to get something out of it. And so the tenacity that it took to learn how to walk, right? You fall down, but you had this idea. I can see my other siblings. I can see the other people that are doing this, and I clearly should be able to do this. So they kept trying over and over and over again until you could walk. And that tenacity is built into the human being. And so what kind of tenacity have you experienced? And I'm not talking all the way back to there. I'm just saying that you've recognized and you have maybe watched it happen. But I'm talking about tenacity that you've experienced. Can you think of a time? Can you think of a time where you felt that kind of tenacious resolve, where you were going to move forward and you were going to do it no matter what? Right now, like I said, I mentioned my daughter, Jaina, and she has some sick tenacity, sick in a good way. That's maybe used in multiple ways, but sick in a good way. She has sick tenacity. She decided she wanted to do YouTube videos. She wanted to be a YouTuber because that's what she's seen some of the people she likes on YouTube. And so she identifies herself as a YouTuber. So we created her channel with her. And she just got herself a new computer so she could edit her videos. Now, she's 8 years old, but she's learning how to edit her videos herself. I told her, here's a tutorial, watch it. She's like, okay, I'll do it, Dad. And now she's posting on the internet, on YouTube, and she has her own channel where she posts her videos that she's proud of and that she spent time editing, and she's learning how to do it. And she texts me through her little messaging app and says, how do I do this? And it's time we can spend together, but she has some sick resolve. And so she's going after it and she's learning how to do it. And every day she's decided she's going to post a video every day. And it's great. It's great. She's doing a great job, and her videos are awesome. They're cute to watch and they're a lot of fun. And she has a great presence on screen, but she's learning and she is bound and determined to do it. She has some great tenacity. So sometimes when you look back or you look outside and you're going, oh, I can't think of a time when I felt tenacious, I want you to think of maybe somebody else. Like for me, it's easy. And I know that I'm saying it's my 8-year-old daughter, but don't be deceived by age. You see, I'm learning from her to have a sick tenacity that fuels me so that I can keep going, keep pushing, keep going after the things that are my goals, that are my lighthouses in my world. So I'm going after them with a tenacious resolve, and that inspires me to do it. When I started teaching dance years ago, I was always the youngest one. I was always teaching people older than me. And so I gained this affinity for working with people that were older than me, that had more experience, more maturity than I had. And I became tenacious about it. And I remember looking back and going, yeah, they're looking at me and judging me and saying, you're too young to teach me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to prove that I wasn't too young to teach you, that I have the experience, that I am educated at this thing. When I started doing life coaching, I was younger than the others around me doing it. And I was like, that's okay. I have the tenacity to do this. And it's easy to fall. It's easy to lose ground. It's easy to lose some of that tenacity. I've done that too. And not proceeded forward. So I want you to look at the times and think about some times when you had the tenacity and you had that energy and that feeling that you were going to proceed no matter what, that you had the persistence to proceed no matter what. I want you to feel that. Think about it in your mind and get it into your system. And really just remember, where did you feel it in your body? Was it in your back, in your hands, in your legs? Did you feel it in the front of your head, the back of your head? Do you have a vision of it in your head, a picture of it? Do you have sounds that went with it? What things can you remember? And can you build that experience and feel that experience? Just feel it right now. It's okay. You can do it right now. Stop limiting yourself by saying, I have to have an experience to feel this way. Or you can remember an experience. You can feel a way because you choose to feel that way. And tenacity and having that tenacious resolve is a feeling. And I know we talk about happy and we talk about sad and we talk about these other emotions that are maybe more simplistic, but to feel tenacious is a thing. And I'd like you to feel that now. I'd like you to go into that idea of feeling that way now and practice it, because sometimes you're going to need it and you might want to be able to pull it up quickly. Sometimes it just comes in because you go, oh, I love this thing and I have a great purpose behind what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go after it with 100% resolve. And I'm going to be tenacious, and you feel it and you go after it. So I hope that helps you today. Think about tenacity. And if you, like I said, if you can't think of something yourself, think of somebody else. Think of somebody else that represents that tenacity or is showing that tenacity in something that they're doing. So I challenge you to go do that. And again, for those of you that don't remember, I'm Michael Johnson. This is the Magic for Life podcast. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so grateful that you joined us today. And I'd love you to subscribe. So subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time we release something new. And we have a lot of fun plans for you in this coming year. We've started this 2020 year off great. And I'd love you to see some of the other stuff. Don't forget to pick up your free copy of my new book, everyminutebook.com. We'll pay for the book if you pay for the shipping, and we'll send it out to you. No catches, and you'll love it. It's a great book, and it's time for you to take control of your emotional education. You've got to get control. That's the core of it all. And so go check it out. And anyway, like and subscribe. Send us a comment. If you love the podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at info@magicforlife.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you on the next podcast. Take care. Bye-bye.
Happiness is a choice. Sadness is a choice. All emotions are a choice. Sometimes doing our emotions doesn't seem like it's our choice, but it is. You have control. You are the captain of your ship, and you must learn how to be the best captain you can be. Let me show you how. Pick up your free copy of my new book, Every Minute, at everyminutebook.com.